Welcome to Channel Today in History. In today's video we will talk about the day, July 9, 1985, signing of the Declaration of Helsinki. Acid rain is a form of atmospheric pollution formed when sulfur and nitrogen oxides combine with atmospheric moisture. In the burning of fossil fuels such as coal and oil in power plants, industrial boilers and car engines, sulfuric acid and nitric acid are formed, which can be dragged over great distances to be deposited in the form of rain. First described in 1872, it remains one of the most difficult problems to solve in the industrialized world. In some regions with a strong industrial presence, hydrogen chloride gases released into the atmosphere produce hydrochloric acid, which is also part of acid rain. When this mixture is washed away by rain or snow, the acidity of freshwater lakes and streams increases. Although acid rain can be produced by natural causes, volcanic eruptions, its main cause is industrial pollution. Each year, around 100 million tons of sulfur dioxide are released into the world, of which 38 million correspond to Europe and North America alone. Acid rain is also responsible for a serious change in the nutrient content of forest soils, and it is estimated that damage to metals, buildings, and paint in member countries of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, represent a cost of about $20 billion per year, not to mention the cost of dead forests, acidified lakes, and lost crops. In 1976, the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe was commissioned to create an instrument of an international character to adopt measures capable of combating air pollution, the Geneva Conventions, which materialized in 1979 with the signing of the Convention on Pollution Long-Distance Transboundary Atmospheric. It came into effect in 1983 and was the first major step in the world to protect the environment. Its importance lies in the possibility that all countries, both those that cause the highest levels of pollution and those that support it, would directly participate in the preservation of the environment. As it is a pioneering agreement, it was developed through 5 protocols that have legislation, which establishes the limitation and gradual reduction of atmospheric contamination, the development of policies and strategies to combat emissions of atmospheric contaminants, the exchange of information on policies, scientific activities, and other technical issues that tend to reduce the emission of contaminants. It promotes concerted research and development activities on the problem of pollution and the economic, social, and ecological costs of measures to be adopted, suggesting the implementation of a concerted program of continuous surveillance and assessment of long-distance transport of air pollutants in Europe, the EMEP, European Monitoring and Evaluation Program. Its mission is to monitor the emission of the main pollutants, hydrocarbons, suspended particles and sediments in water, soil, vegetation, and air. The 1979 Geneva Convention was succeeded by the 1984 Geneva Protocol, which established a financial mechanism for the EMEP, and by the 1985 Declaration of Helsinki, on the basis of which signatory countries pledged to reduce their annual SO2 emissions by at least 30% before 1993. A second protocol called for the freezing of nitrogen oxide emissions. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting, and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.